Boa tarde a todos e todas. Sejam bem-vindos a mais um evento do EducationUSA, essa rede ligada ao Departamento de Estado dos Estados Unidos, que tem mais de 400 escritórios no mundo inteiro. São 40 escritórios aqui no Brasil. Meu nome é Davi Medeiros e, juntamente com a Luane Casagrande, nós somos os advisors do EducationUSA Mackenzie, aqui em São Paulo, né, na Universidade Presbiteriana Mackenzie. Nós estamos agora em novembro com a International Education Week. São vários eventos com universidades americanas, né, para celebrar, então, esse mês da educação internacional. E nós temos, então, nessa semana, o Business Showcase, por exemplo, amanhã às 18 horas, falando sobre programas de business. Tem as palestras sobre community colleges, como essa hoje, que a gente tem muita alegria e muita honra de receber aqui o Bellevue College, que fica no estado de Seattle, é o terceiro maior community college do estado de Washington. Eu estou com a Beata Anderson, que é International Recruiter, e está representando aqui a instituição. E ela vai falar a respeito das vantagens de estudar em Community College, que é uma excelente opção para quem quer começar a sua graduação lá nos Estados Unidos. And so, Beata, thank you very much for joining us. It's so nice to hear the perspective from the U.S. University representatives, and community colleges I think they are very important and for Brazilian students as well. And so it's so nice when you have the chance to get to know more about the community colleges and all the possibilities that they offer and the advantages of studying there. And so I'll pass it on to you.
Okay, well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for hosting us, and thank you so much for everyone who joined us today. My name is Beta Anderson, and I work as an international recruiter at Bellevue College in Washington State in Bellevue. I will get started with introduction to the American school system. So as you can see here on the graphic, students first start at the primary or elementary schools. And this one is from the 1st through 6th grade. Then students can move on to the secondary schools, which include senior, junior, and high school. And those are through from 7th through 12th grade. And after completing high school, students can go to pursue a bachelor's degree. And the bachelor's degree can be pursued kind of in two ways. The student can first go to community college and get an associate degree and study for 2 years. And if they choose that path, then after 2 years, they start at the university at the junior level, and they just do junior and senior, and they complete the bachelor's degree. Or they can go straight to the university for the 4 years, straight 4 years, and also receive the bachelor's degree. The differences here is that if student chooses to go to community college first, they can save a little bit of money. As well, the classes that the student will be taking at the community college and the university setting for the first maybe year and a half or so, those are the general courses that the student needs to take, no matter if they're at the community college or the university. So saving money here is a big benefit if student chooses to go to community college first. And of course, after getting the bachelor's degree, student can go to pursue the master's degree and law and degrees such as doctoral or medical degrees. So now I wanted to talk a little bit about the benefits of community college so you can see the difference. Bellevue College requirements to be admitted, it's a little different that, for example, the university in our state, University of Washington. So the requirements for admissions is the TOEFL 61 for the college level, versus at the University of Washington, the required TOEFL is 92. Also, for Bellevue College, we admit students 4 times a year. So you can start in the fall, you can start in the winter, spring, and summer term, where at other universities, students are admitted only once a year or twice a year. So again, you can just start sooner to study in the United States if you choose to go to community college first. Again, the cost, you're saving a little bit of money. Later on, I have a different slide that will give you a little bit of comparison of the prices. Also, as a transfer student, you also have a better admissions percentage to get to university versus if you would apply straight to the university. So the admissions rate for transfer students, 61%, and for brand new students, it's 43%. That's for the university. So again, if you start at a community college, you have more chances to get to the university you want to, versus if you would start applying straight to the university. Also, a lot of students who come and study in the United States, they might have an idea what university they want to go to, but you know, they're you're not here yet, so you're not 100% sure maybe. So the benefit of being at the community college is also that you will have an opportunity to meet with representatives of the universities. So we have transfer fairs twice a year, and we invite representatives from the universities. We have about 55 different universities. So again, you can go to the transfer fair, you can talk to several different representatives and get brochures and get oriented what you need to do to get to that specific university. Also, the huge benefit of attending community college first versus university is that you can do the optional practical training, OPT, twice instead of once. So what that means? That means that the immigration regulation permits students to do OPT, so work up to 1 year after completing a degree. So if you go to the university straight and do the 4 years right away and get the bachelor's degree, then you only have that 1 degree of bachelor's degree. And so you can only do that 1 OPT after. So 1 year of working in the United States. However, if you do the community college and you get an associate degree, then you can do the OPT after getting that associate degree. And then so for a year, and then you can still transfer to the university for 2 years and then get OPT, do OPT again. So this is a great opportunity for students who want to get some career or oriented goals and who want to get some work experience, and also save money to go and pursue the finish the bachelor's degree at the university. So now I would like to talk a little bit about Bellevue College itself. So Bellevue College is the 3rd largest school in Washington State, and we are also the largest among colleges in community colleges in Washington State. So as you can see, there is University of Washington, there is Washington State University, and Bellevue College. So they're a very big school. And we do offer associate degrees, university transfer, professional technical degrees. We also have applied bachelor's, certificates, and non-degree programs. So even though we are a community college, you actually can stay at Bellevue College and do 4 years at Bellevue College and get the bachelor's degree as well. Some of our student workers who work at our department, international department, they actually did that. They completed associate degree, and now they decide to stay at Bellevue College and get the bachelor's degree. So we don't have that many options for the bachelor's degree. We have about 12 programs. But again, if one of the programs that you are interested in is listed and you want to stay with Bellevue College, you can do that as well. We are located on a beautiful land. We have modern buildings, but we are surrounded by greenery. Also, we are very close to Bellevue city itself, about 5 minutes driving. And the class size is also good for students who first come to the United States, because there's about 21 to 22 students per one faculty, which means that students get to know their teachers get to know their students, and you can always go talk to them and get support that you need from your faculty or your teacher. So as I mentioned, Bellevue College is located in Bellevue. And as you can see on the map here, we are on the west coast of the United States. So we are close to the Oregon and California. So students go to California, transfer to University of California often. However, you can transfer to other universities on the Midwest or on the East Coast. It's, of course, your choice, but you can travel as well to those nearby states. We are also about 3 minutes drive only from Canada. So when there is no pandemic, students go to Canada for the weekend and then come back. So that's a great option for you as well if you like to explore. We are about 15 minutes drive from Seattle, and about 20 minutes drive from the International Seattle Airport. And in Bellevue, there are several different tech companies such as T-Mobile, Expedia, Costco, Microsoft. So if you again interested in tech companies and you see yourself maybe doing something or having internship with them or doing OPT with them, then you have that opportunity. And they all located within 10 minutes drive. And also Amazon itself, Amazon headquarters are in downtown Seattle, but they did purchase some high rises at Bellevue as well. So they're gonna have offices in Bellevue too. So besides those few companies, the companies I mentioned, there will be Amazon here too. And again, it's not Amazon, it's also in Seattle, so it's not too far anyway. So here are some photos of Bellevue. So as you can see, there are high rises and there are a lot of parks and a lot of lakes. And just besides Bellevue and besides Seattle, there's other smaller cities, smaller towns. So there's really a lot to explore and a lot, it has a lot to offer for anyone. Because again, if you like the city, you can, you have Bellevue, you have Seattle, but if you're outdoorsy person, there are lakes, there are mountains. So you can go ski. There's not that far away ski resorts here, about an hour drive. So there's something for everyone. So there's a lot of parks. So there's really, the locations are really great for anyone. When it comes to our student population in Bellevue College, we welcome students with all the backgrounds, and we just want to welcome them and make sure that they get their help and education. We provide a lot of good resources for students. We have about 80 clubs that you can join, student clubs. We have tutoring services. Our advisors are always available for you and ready to help you. So for us, it's important the student feel welcome and they can meet their educational goals. So we are here to support you. Later, I have a slide that shows you our social media. And under social media, if you are interested to hear more about student experience at Bellevue College, I will encourage you to go to join, to just look it up, even our social media. And you will see videos and you will see students' testimonials. And we have current students and alumni students. So you can find out more why they chose Bellevue College. So let's talk a little bit about our programs that we have to offer. So if you start the application process, there are a few documents that you need to submit. And if you don't have a proof of English proficiency, then you will be placed into the English level program. This one has 5 levels, but you will take a test, and the test will determine which level of English program you will go to. So you might start at level 3 or 4 or even 5. So let's say you start in level 5. So you will just do 1/4 of level 5 and you will be done with the English program. And then you will be able to transition to the bridge program. This bridge program is only 1/4, so also goes by very fast. And this program offers the college prep courses for you. If you have a TOEFL or other proof of English proficiency, it's possible that you can start at the bridge program right away. But for this bridge program, you need to have TOEFL of at least 58. And the same pattern follows. So if you want to get to college level right away, then you need to submit TOEFL of 61. Or you need to have a bridge program finished. So again, if you started at the bridge program and you completed it, then the next term, in the next quarter, you will be doing the college level. Or if you have TOEFL of 61 at the time of admissions, then you can start at the college level right away. And then last but not least, we have a bachelor's degree. So to get to that bachelor's degree, to pursue that bachelor's degree at Bellevue College, you need to have an associate degree from Bellevue College and the TOEFL of 61. And each quarter is, we are in a quarter system. So each quarter is about 11 weeks. So here are some programs that are the most popular. Of course, those are not all the majors that we offer. There's way more. You can check out on our website if you're interested for different ones. But those are the most popular ones. So the Transfer Associates, as you can see, it's accounting, business, computer science, engineering, etc. For professional technical associate degrees, we have some of them kind of are similar. As you can see, business, it's again the most popular, but then interior design, digital marketing, information technology. And then those are the bachelor degrees that you can complete at Bellevue College. So if you have, let's say, associate degree in computer science at Bellevue College, then you can apply for the bachelor's degree in computer science. So the most popular program among our international students is a transfer program. So basically when you come and you do maybe 2 years, maximum of 2 years at Bellevue College and get that associate degree, or not, because you can transfer even before getting associate degree, but of course the associate degree is recommended for you to get. The most of our students transfer to University of Seattle because it's about 10 minutes drive from Bellevue College, and it's a very good school, and students don't have to move anywhere. But as you can see, students transfer to other schools as well, some in California, there is some in Northeastern, there is schools in Michigan, Wisconsin, Purdue. So you can transfer to whichever school you want, basically. if you meet all the requirements. We do have partnerships with several different universities. What that means that at the time of applying, if the school, the university you want to go to, it's listed on our application, and you select that school, that means that you will get the conditional admissions to that university. So that is really helpful for you, especially if you go for the visa interview. So the counselor can see that you have a plan already, that you're going to finish at Bellevue College and transfer to this university, and you already have a conditional admission to that university. However, I just want you to be aware that if you change your mind and you come and start taking classes and then decide, no, I actually want to go to a different university, then you can, that's fine too. It's not an obligation that you have to stay with that school you chose at the time of admission. And again, if you don't choose any school, any university at the time of application to Bellevue College, and you come here and then you will know which school you want to transfer to, then we can work with you to help you to get to that school. We also have an international high school completion program. This program is offered only in Washington state, so you won't have this program anywhere else in the United States right now. And this program is for students who are interested in doing the high school completion with the associate degree at the same time. So within 2 years, you can get a high school diploma and the associate degree. So students can start this program as early as 16 years old, and they will be taking the college level courses here. So it's intense program. But again, you can be done with the associate degree at age of 18 and bachelor's degree at age of 20. And the average completion for students for the bachelor's degree is like 21, 22, because they usually start at about 18 years old, the associate degree. So again, you can complete high school diploma and associate degree within 2 years. Here you would work very closely with our advisors, our international advisors. So you're on track with everything and you're taking the right classes that will transfer to the school you want to go to. So again, this is the it's kind of a new program for Bellevue College. We started 2018. So the first cohort of our students completed in 2020, last June. So it was an exciting time. And yeah, so if you're interested in program like this, we have it. We do have those other degree programs, professional technical associate programs. So those programs allowed you to get an associate degree and maybe do the bachelor's degree within Bellevue College. And before there was like the business and a few other majors that students choose to do. Those won't transfer to the four-year university if you want to specifically choose the professional technical program. But again, you can finish the bachelor's degree within Bellevue College if you do one of those programs. Okay, so at the beginning, I was mentioning the comparisons of different schools. So as you can see at the bottom of the slide, there's a comparison that if you do 2 + 2, so if you do 2 years 2 + 2 model, so Bellevue College, it's 66,000 for, let's say, 4 years, right? So if you do 2 years at Bellevue College, 2 years at Bellevue College. And if you would go straight to the university, then the cost is 152. So that is almost as half of what you would pay at Bellevue College. So again, you're saving a lot of money. So for tuition and fees, as you can see, for the 3 months, which is about 11 weeks for 1 quarter, the total is about 3,700. For college level, it's similar, so it's about 4,000. And then if, you know, when we talk about the whole academic year, which is 9 months, the intensive English about 11,000 and college level about 12,000. So you do pay per quarter. So so you don't pay for 1 academic year. You can pay per quarter. So the estimated cost of living needs to, it's considered for the I-20 purpose. And that's also the government requirement. They need to know the students who comes to study in the United States, besides paying a tuition, they will be able to support themselves for up to a year. So the estimated cost of living can varies. It really depends on what type of living you will choose. So it can vary between 23,000 to 29,000, and that's tuition, fees, plus cost of living. So the required amount for the I-20 will be 26,130 for the admissions purposes. For admissions purposes, again, this is the amount that needs to be provided on the bank statement at the admissions time. And here are the housing options. As I was mentioning, different housing options depends on what you prefer. We do have a brand new housing that was just completed in 2018. There's different styles of the apartments, different layouts, so you can choose whatever whatever you like the most. And there's no commute because the housing is on our campus. So, you know, it's very, very convenient for you. And of course, here you don't have to commute, so you're definitely saving some money. You will pay the monthly rent, but the rent includes utilities as well. And you also will be living with international and domestic students. There's also a homestay. So Bellevue College works with few homestay organizations. So if you're interested in that, we can help you. However, there's more organization for homestay here in Washington. So if you want to find your own, that's fine. And here, in your monthly rent, the utilities also will be included, also meals. However, here you're gonna have a little bit of a commute. It might be between 20 to 15 minutes, depends where your family lives. And last option, of course, is renting a room in a joint apartment. Here you will split the cost of rent and utilities with other tenants. And here you need to think about also commute. It also might be about 30 to an hour, depends really on where you live. So this is a good option. There's a lot of housing, a lot of rooms available for rent. But I just want to let you know that of course, the most popular at first is the housing, because, you know, students come and then they get to know other people, they become friends, and then maybe after a year or a few quarters, they decide to move in together to one joint apartment. But of course, you don't have to do this. Those are the options for you, and you can choose whatever is convenient for you. So here's our process for the application. So again, just a reminder, we accept students 4 times a year. So you can apply for winter, fall, winter, spring, and summer. We do have online application, so you can do everything online. And that includes submitting documents. So you upload your documents. And documents that you need to do are bank statement, transcript, and copy of passport ID page. And again, proof of English proficiency only if you are interested in taking the college level courses. So for TOEFL, for the bridge program, the score needs to be 58. For college level 61. For IELTS, you can do the score 6.0, sub-scores I believe 5.5, and Duolingo the score 95. And here are the important dates. As you can see, the winter application deadline is actually approaching. It's November 23, but our application is open for spring and for summer, even for fall 2021. So if something like you think about even that far ahead, fall 2021, then you can apply as well. Here is on this table, you can see different orientation dates and testing. For the winter term, the orientation will be virtual. So students won't have to be here for December 28th orientation. They can arrive for the first day of classes. For March, for spring and summer orientations, most likely student will have to be here for that orientation, which is usually mandatory, but that's again depends on the pandemic and where everything stands. It's subject to change, but so just so you know, usually the orientation is mandatory and student needs to be here for the orientation dates. But again, it's still subject to change because we don't know how is it going to be with the pandemic. We are currently offering online courses, online classes. So if student is admitted, let's say for summer term, summer 2021, but they want to get ahead and start taking some classes from their home country, they can do this. They can do up to 3. So again, you need to be admitted first though, but you have that option now. You can start and taking those classes from your home country, and when you start taking classes here on campus, then the classes you took in your home country, of course, will count towards your graduation and towards your program. So we do have a lot of support during this hard times of COVID. We have online placement tests, we have free tutoring services, we have flexible tuition plan. As you can see, the housing is still has support 24/7. So there is a lot of support. Our current students have great events, and they make sure that you're not bored. So again, if you want to find out about the events and what's happening, please join our social media, because all the information is on our social media. And this week, it's International Week. So this week we have a lot of events. So the schedule, it's posted on Facebook and on Instagram. So again, if you're just interested in joining, it's through Zoom. So if you're just interested in joining some of the events and see what's happening in Bellevue College, you're more than welcome to do that. So as you can see on the slide, if you have any questions, I will be happy to answer those now. But then if something else comes to mind, you can always email me. And please join us on social media to follow us and to see what's happening at Bellevue College and find out more. So that will be all for me. This is Q&A, but I will go back to this slide in case you want to write stuff down. So I am open for any questions.
Mira, thank you very much for this comprehensive presentation. It touched in so many topics about community college there. And it's so nice to hear more about your institution. If you guys have the chance to take the virtual tour, you have seen how beautiful and how interesting is the campus. We have a question now that was sent by one of our participants and touched in a very important aspect for the Brazilian students, which is the scholarships, right? We know at the Education USA that the community colleges usually don't offer many opportunities in terms of scholarships once the amount that the student needs to invest is much less than he would in a college, a college, the 4-year one, right? And so she wants to know if it's easier to receive a scholarship coming from a community college other than applying as a freshman to a 4-year university. And so that's the question she brought.
Okay, well, that's a great question. So it's really hard to say if it's easier or not, because as you saw at the beginning, I was saying how it's actually harder to get as a freshman to the university first. So you really, probably it really depends on the university and the university requirements, and if the university offers scholarships right away for international students, for new international students, or if that's something you apply for later. So it really depends on many factors. What I can say about the Bellevue College, the scholarship that we offer, is the scholarship that we offer for students who can apply as soon as they enroll for classes. And the money really varies. It varies about the amount of money varies on how much student will receive. And of course, it depends also if the student will be selected. And I feel like, this could be the case in every school, no matter if it's our college or different college and in university. It's always a selection. So, and then, the requirements and stuff like this. So I can say if it's really harder to or easier to get the scholarship at the university. It really depends on many factors, and depends about if they even offer right away, or what you need to do to get that scholarship. You need to also be aware that universities, they have a lot of students, and a lot of pools to choose students from. Like I was saying, that one of the benefits of attending community college is the smaller size class. And I was saying that our average is 22 students. At the university, some classes have 200 students in one class. So if you think about that, then if there is less students in community college, then it's probably most likely to get the scholarship at the community college, right? So again, but not necessarily, you might get the scholarship for university as well. I don't know, you might. So it's really hard to answer that question, because it really depends on many factors.
But and thank you very much for answering that question, and thank you for the participant who sent that to us. And one very important aspect that I would like to highlight here in this recording is that you also offer the chance to the students. Yes, Patricia, you can open the mic, or you can make the question. You can drop the question in the chat as well. Okay. Well, it's very important that you also offer the chance to the students to complete the program, the undergraduate program, in some areas. That's very interesting. It's not very common, at least as I have heard, and so it's very interesting, And now that when I was seeing your presentation, that I realized that actually it's the third most large campus in Washington, but it means that the higher education ones, not the community colleges one, so it's very big.
Yes, yes, exactly. And even those schools that I was mentioning, so the University of Washington and Washington University. So University of Washington, Seattle, it's close to us because it's about 15 minutes drive. But the Washington State is about 5 hours drive. When you think about, Washington State and when you think about our area, technically we could say we are even second when it comes to how large we are, because the other school is 5 hours away, so driving. So yes. It is much far. Yeah.
Thank you. Patricia, would you like to use your mic to ask your question?
Yes, I will try to speak English. I'm not so good, okay? And then I needed to know.
Or you can drop it here in the chat and we can address it to Bira.
Do you listen me?
Yes, and then we're gonna have another question. If you don't mind saying your name, and then I can address it properly.
Okay, I'm Patricia, and I need to know.
And you also showed in the slides how comprehensive is the possibility for transfer, right? The students from Bellevue College, they go to many other places in the territory, such as SCAD, for example, when we consider the art schools. That's very interesting.
Yeah, and I'm happy to show you what universities we partnered with, so you get an idea. Let me just try to escape this. Okay.
Yes, Patricia, we can't hear you now, but you can use the chat. Sorry, Bira, you're talking. I was just interacting here with the question.
Can you see my new document?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So as you can see, those are the schools the students can request the conditional admissions for. So as you can see, those universities are everywhere. And those on the right-hand side are the schools that students transfer to. So you can, those are on the left-hand side, the universities that students can request the conditional admissions letter. And those on the right are additional universities that students transfer to. So as you can see, we have Northeastern University, which is in Boston. There's Purdue University, there's Southern California. So a lot of schools that students are transferring to. Yeah.
Now we've got the question from Patricia, and she would like to know, and I think she's talking about the admission for the community college itself. If the community college usually receives students that are, for example, they left the high school for more than 10 years, which I think is yes, the answer, right? Can you answer Patricia's question, please?
Okay, yeah, so the question is if the student who is 10 years after high school, if they can start studying in the United States?
Yes,
yeah,
in the community college.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yeah, absolutely. They can still submit the application. That's another thing about the student population that we have in our college. We have students of all ages as well. Yeah, the student who will who finish, 10 years before the high school, that's totally fine. they would still need to submit the most recent transcript. So if their most recent transcript was high school, they will most likely have to submit that one if they will be able to get it. If there was some other school they were, I think, attending, some maybe college for a little bit, that will be the most recent transcript. And then again, if they will want to start at the college level, they will need to submit that proof of English proficiency. But if they don't, if they just want to learn English, then they won't have to submit the proof of English proficiency.
Great. And Patricia also added some extra information. She said that she already started, which is now technology, which is almost the same as the associate degree because it's a 2-year program, right? And so it's designed more for market purposes. In this case, if she already started this associate degree in Brazil, how would be the admission process for her? Would be the transfer for the admission for transfer students?
Not necessarily. It would be most likely a new student, but we would evaluate the transcript and see if there are any classes there that can be transferred and can be kind of checked, that the student has already completed it. So we will need to mostly look at the transcript, and we have evaluators, and then from there we would have more information if student can not take some classes and because they already have completed those classes, or if those classes won't count towards the degree here at Bellevue College. So it really depends on that transcript and the evaluation.
Great. And she also mentioned that she already completed the program. She told that the program has about 106 credits. But in this case, is she does she is that a possibility to her to send you a message talking about that, or is there any specific address that she could reach to check about this transfer procedures?
Yeah, sure. The best thing would be to email me and attach the document, the transcript. Doesn't have to be official, and I can connect with our evaluators and ask follow-up questions.
No, that's great. And so I'm gonna type your email here. So b.anderson@bellevuecollege.edu, right? Okay. And so Patricia can already get to know.
Hi, my name is Eros. Can
Hello.
you hear me?
Yes, we
Yeah.
can.
Okay, so my question is a little bit complex.
Okay.
Because my situation, I'm a little bit lost because like I got accepted to a college here, right? But I didn't take any classes because of the whole Corona situation. And I was wondering if I would be considered as a transfer or as a freshman. Because like I don't have any credits, right?
Yeah.
So it would be as a freshman.
Yes, it would be as a freshman. Since you don't have any classes you completed at that level, at the college level, then yes, it would be as a consider as a freshman student, because we wouldn't have anything to go off. In the United States system, we need to look at the classes you took, and there is no classes, then there's nothing we can do.
And let's say that I take a couple classes next year, right? But I don't, how can I explain this? Like, I don't want to use these classes that I take right now. Can I do that and apply as a freshman as well? Or would I automatically be considered transferred?
No, you can totally, it really is really, in a lot of cases, those classes you took in other schools, they might not be considered as kind of valid here. So yeah, so again, it really, we do have to see that transcript for like a final evaluation. But if it's just like few classes, you know, and it's, they're most likely it's gonna be the freshman level and still.
Okay, thank you.
And if I can add an extra information here, it's always good to check with the university to which you are applying, because some universities may consider that the fact that you were already registered, and then it would be considered a case for a transfer student, but it depends on the university, okay? And so, and now we have the chance to listen directly from Bellevue College and the standards. And I believe that's the case for many community colleges around the US, right? And for many universities as well. But it's all, when you have the list of the universities, and I understand you do, right? And so you can check with each one of them what are their policies for this case.
Okay.
Yeah. And really, it's the best thing is, you know, that's why the transcript is also the required document. It's not optional, because we want to see what classes students took, and if there's anything that can count or it doesn't count. So that's why that document is the required document, so we can check.
And it's good also the fact that the community college offered this rolling admission, right? That you have 4 opportunities for students to enter to be admitted in at the institution. And so in your case, for example, that you are now considering possibilities, including community colleges. Maybe if you don't decide by the deadlines of the universities, you can still engage in a community college. It's a very interesting opportunity as well. And
Yeah,
Patricia, yeah, go ahead.
And about that, just to be sure, I can apply now for, let's say, fall of next year, right?
You can.
Okay.
The application's open, so you can apply.
Yeah, for many universities.
Yeah, so you can apply. The only thing, probably you wouldn't get I-20 right away, because immigration regulation for the I-20 says that student can go for visa interview only 120 days before the program start date. So you know, so basically it's only, so it's 3 months before, like, let's say classes start September 10th 2021, right? So 3 months before that day, that's the areas you can go for the visa interview. So you can apply, and we might not send you the I-20 right away, because it's still quite a little bit of time before you can even go for that visa interview.
Okay.
Yes,
but you can be admitted,
yeah,
and just wait until we send you the I-20.
And for both cases, you and Patricia, I think it's important also to consider getting to know and participating in more events like this, and visiting the Education USA Brazil, educationusa.org.br, because we have resources there. We have the 5 steps to US study, and so you can get to know how to apply for a community college and to a university. And it's very interesting. We have a lot of resources for the both of you. And Patricia also sent another question. I think it's gonna be the last one, because we're close to 4 now, right? And she said that, okay, if she's considered a transfer student, that might be her case. And how about English? And so you presented some information about like a bridge program with the English Program Association. Can you talk a little more about that?
Sure. Let me maybe go back to that slide. Okay. So Again, if the student won't submit the proof of English proficiency. So for proof of English proficiency, we have the TOEFL, we accept TOEFL, Duolingo, and IELTS. If that is not submitted, most likely student will be admitted to the English program. But if the student submits this proof of English proficiency with the score that qualifies them to start a college level or bridge program, then they can go skip that English program. So again, for the bridge program, that TOEFL, for example, TOEFL will be 58. For associate degree, 61. So yeah, so most likely if the student won't submit the proof of English proficiency, and then, you know, and then transcript won't have any English classes, most likely the student will be admitted into English level program. I hope that answers your question. So basically, to be safe, the best thing is to always submit that proof of English proficiency. So take the English proof of proficiency if you're interested in attending college level program.
That's
if
nice.
you go into bridge program, then that's only 1 quarter. So this is just a preparation for your college level courses.
And this is very interesting because you offer, as universities in some cases do, like a conditional admission, and it's very important, right? Because it prepares the student in a way to interact in English in the academic environment, right? Which is not the same as we learn in the English schools, for example. It's a more advanced requirement,
Yeah.
right? Well,
Exactly.
is there any final consideration that would like to give to us to live here?
If you have any other questions, please feel free to email me.
Great, and so I already dropped Vita's email there in the chat. And I thank you very much, Vita, once again for being here with us and bring us more light in terms of community colleges and other possibilities, just like even completing the bachelor degree inside the community college, which is very interesting. And well, this session is gonna be is recorded now, and so it's gonna be uploaded on our YouTube channel, and so you can check this information later on and learn more from Bellevue College. Okay, and so thank you again, Bita, for being here with us, and thank you for all of you that participated this afternoon.
Thank you so much. Thank you everyone who joined, and thank you for hosting this event.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.